Welcome to Understand the Math. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to factor polynomials by grouping. I'll show you 3 steps that you can follow, and we'll walk through these 2 examples. Let's get started. Factoring by grouping is a method used to factor polynomials with 4 terms. You can use it to factor polynomials with more terms, but it's typically used when you have a polynomial with 4 terms. I've written down some steps that we can follow, and we'll go through these steps as we walk through our examples. In our first example, we are going to factor x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 6. We're going to begin by grouping the first 2 terms together and the last 2 terms together. Our polynomial is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared. That's grouping the first 2 terms together, and then we'll group the last 2 terms together. What we'll do next is factor out the greatest common factor from each group. The greatest common factor is just the largest factors that are common to both terms in the group. When we look at our first group, we can see that we have an x squared common to both terms, so we'll pull out an x squared. And then x cubed divided by x squared is x, and then 3x squared divided by x squared is 3. Now let's look at our second group. The largest term or constant common to this group is going to be 2. So if we factor out a 2, we're left with an x plus 6 divided by 2, which is 3. The last thing that we need to do is factor out the common binomial. Let me highlight what the common binomial is in our example. It's x plus 3. So we're going to factor out an x plus 3. And what we have left is an x squared and a 2. And our answer is our polynomial written in factored form. Let's look at another example. In this example, we are going to factor 6x cubed plus 4x squared plus 15x plus 10. Just like we did in the first example, we're going to start by grouping the first 2 terms together and then the last 2 terms together. The first 2 terms are 6x cubed plus 4x squared, and then the last 2 terms are 15x plus 10. Now what we're going to do is factor out the greatest common factor from each group. If we look at our first group, we can see that we have a 2 common to both terms, and then we also have an x squared common to both terms. And what we have left is 6x cubed divided by 2x squared, which is just 3x, and then 4x squared divided by 2x squared, which is 2. Now let's look at our second group. We only have a constant common to both of those terms, and the constant that's common to both of those terms is equal to 5, so we're going to pull out a 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times, so we have a 3x left, and then 10 divided by 5 is 2, so we have a 2. Our last step is to pull out the common binomial, which is 3x plus 2. So let's write down 3x plus 2. And then what we have left is a 2x squared plus 5. And that's our polynomial written in factored form. I hope that you now feel more comfortable factoring polynomials using grouping.
If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.